Happy first day of spring training, everybody. It is live. It is real. We are really here. It is the first day where you get to see Juan Soto in a New York Mets uniform playing a real game. This game is broadcast on SNY. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you live, but I'm going to be giving play-by-play and reaction. It is Gary, Keith, and Ron in the studio. It is just so good. They look so excited. So we are just ready to get here for baseball. I don't know how many games I'm going to be able to cover this year, but we're going to cover as many games as we possibly can. The best thing that you can do is hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you all so much. And so we're going to just be giving updates on the game as we go through. Obviously, these games are inconsequential for standings. The number one thing is make sure nobody gets hurt. That's the big deal. But Pete Alonso is back. Juan Soto is here. This is going to be a very real game, and it's going to be really exciting to see that going on. So excited to have you here. Thank you so much for being with us here today. We are doing a Nick Madrigal rookie card giveaway once we hit 100 subscribers, and we're starting the stream at 99. So if you want to make sure you are signed up for that, then go ahead and you can click on the pinned link that we have up. So we're going to be talking all Mets, all baseball, all day. So excited to have you here. Juan Soto, they're just going to share stats and stuff as they come on the screen. He's one of two active players who has more walks than strikeouts. So appreciate you guys being here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. It's here. Mets baseball is here. It's a little chilly in Florida, so I'm wearing the sweatshirt today instead of the jersey. But I'm super excited to have you guys here. This is the Nick Madrigal rookie card that we are giving away. And so we'll have that available. You just need to sign up at the link. All I need is your email address to sign up. You don't need to give your address unless you win. And even if you don't win, you're going to get a discounted code to my eBay store where you can find sports cards of your favorite players. So the game starts in a few minutes. So we're just kind of warming things up. Super excited. Hey, how's it going, DeHobbit? Appreciate you being here. Baseball season, spring training. It's not the real season, I know, but I got to be so excited. So excited to have real baseball back. And so we're going to cover as many live streams of games as we possibly can this year to be with you. We're going to be providing Mets coverage for in-between games, but I've got a lot of things going on in life, but we're going to try because I generally try to watch as many Mets games as I possibly can. My name is Craig. I'm coming to you guys from cool but sunny Southwest Florida. So appreciate you guys being here with me, and just super excited. It is really cool. So unfortunately, due to the law and stuff like that, I can't actually stream the visible game, but it is available on SNY. And if you are a subscriber through the MLB, whatever it's called, you can watch it over there. Which is super cool. But for those of you who are on the road, can't tune into the game, we're gonna give you as many updates on as many games as we go throughout the season. And so I'm super excited. We are MetropoliFins. We are YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. So super excited to be with you. Baseball season's here. You are not missing any action. The game has not yet started. They're actually on commercial break. Gary, Keith, and Ron, they're all talking about everything that they have. I'm going to see if I can add a little more light to the room here. You guys let me know. I'm still trying to get some of this stuff figured out, what's going to work the best and everything, but so yeah, super excited. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're going to be covering New York Mets all the way from now till the World Series, or at least we hope, right? So I appreciate you guys being here. We're hanging out. What do you think was other than Juan Soto, are you excited about the moves? I know a lot of people are thinking like our pitching staff needs some help. And I don't disagree, but I'm okay with the Mets doing what they're choosing to do here, which is they're just going to roll with their pitching staff unless there's an obvious move that comes up. And obviously if they can make a great deal, they're going to do it. But I just feel like there's not this need to go out and panic. Look, we have the trade capital. We have this farm system that we've been growing. We probably have at least one too many infielders, right? Because we've got Beatty, Vientos, McNeil, Acuna, and Mauricio. That's 5 guys for essentially 2, maybe 3 positions here, right? If you count DH as one of them. I know McNeil can play some outfield, and some of these guys can spot at first base, but it's too many guys. So probably we can't hold on to all of them long term. However, why panic now? Our offense should be improved, right? I mean, it should be. And I feel like ultimately, yeah, it'd be nice to add another outfielder. I'd like to have a better catcher, but maybe we just got to wait for Parada to grow up and be ready, be major league ready. But we got Sprode around the corner. We've got, Jeremy Hefner seems to do a good job with our pitchers and getting the best out of them. And it feels like Stearns does a really good job of finding the diamonds in the rough. I mean, I bet you if you showed people the roster and the pitching staff that we went to the National League Championship game last year, if you'd showed them that a year ago at this time, they'd be like, there is no way that team could be even close to a World Series. And yet there we were, 2 wins away from the World Series. Absolutely crazy. And our offense is picking up, which takes a little bit of pressure off of the defense and everything. Oh man, the SNY is playing that old This Week in Baseball song. You guys remember that? This Week in Baseball was like, that was the show. I would my whole week would revolve around watching that. What was it, like late Saturday morning or early Saturday afternoon? I loved it. So I'm hoping to get to a Mets game live for spring training because I am down in Florida. I believe they're coming over by me. I'm on the west coast of Florida, but I believe they're coming over our way to play the Boston Red Sox. So I'm going to try to get to one of those games. The best way that you guys can help me do that, I'm not making any money off this channel or anything right now. So I need your help in just getting this. So I appreciate you guys watching, but smashing that like, smashing that subscribe. If you're liking it, feel free to chime in. Just let me know what's going on with you. I'd love to know more about you. The game still hasn't started yet. Don't worry. They just came back and now they're going right back to commercial break, but we should be starting any minute here. So I'm super excited. This is the path. The path to the World Series starts here. And I know these games don't really matter, but they do matter for some things. Like one, first of all, it matters as a fan, right? It feels like it's been so long. Doesn't that that loss where we were eliminated the National League Championship game, that feels so long ago. And I don't know why this offseason felt so long. I think maybe it has a lot to do with just waiting for the whole Pete Alonso situation to be resolved. It just felt like this just kept dragging on. And Christmas feels like it was 4 months ago, even though it was less than 2 months ago. It just feels like it really dragged on. I'm just ready for baseball. I like football season, but I love baseball season. I'm just a huge fan. My son is playing Little League. They actually had a huge come from behind victory. They almost got 10-run ruled last night. They were down 12-2 in the 4th inning. And if you're down by 10 or more after 4, then the game is over. They were down 12-2. They scored, I think it was 2 runs in the 4th, 1 or 2 runs, not much. And then they came back in the bottom of the 5th and scored 9 runs. They won 14-13. And my son got to score the game-winning run with a steal of home on a pass ball. So if I made a lunch based on spring training games, what 4 items would I eat? All right. I love it. I love it, The Hobbit. So I think you have to start with a hot dog, right? I'm just such a traditionalist when it comes to baseball food. I think I would have to start with a hot dog. And I don't do this all the time, but assuming you're getting a nice hot dog, when I'm at a baseball game, I just load that sucker up so it's just dripping everywhere. So I'm putting on the ketchup, the mustard, the relish, the onions, all of it. And I don't normally do it. Normally, if I'm having a hot dog at home, I just throw mustard on it. But when I'm at the ball game, I just decorate that stuff. I might even throw the pickle on there or something like that. So I think that's 1. Hot dog with all the toppings. 2, I got to go nachos. And nachos, it comes in that little bag, and then that cheese sauce that isn't actually cheese. Put the cheese sauce in there and hopefully get some of those jalapenos on the side. So I think I would go with that. And then let's see, where else am I going? That's 2 items. Let's go with a nice hot pretzel. All right, we're almost here for the start of the game. Clay Holmes is going to be pitching for the Mets. Let's do hot. First pitch is just a grounder right back up the middle. Holmes fields it, fires to first. One pitch, one out. The Mets, I like these uniforms. They look really sharp in play here. All right, so we got a hot dog. They're just showing Juan Soto coming out on the field. And so super excited. So we've got hot dog, nachos, hot pretzel, and then let's go with, I don't know exactly because I haven't been to Citi Field, so I don't know what Citi Field, but let's just go with like some sort of ice cream or malt cup, something like that at the end, something cool to do. All right, here we go. Pitch, we got a strike down the middle. So 2 pitches, 2 strikes for Clay Holmes. Cooper Hummel is at bat for the Astros here. So the game is on. It is live. Mets are going. Oh, nice pitch. Nice little curveball there. Got the swing and the miss. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. World Series confirmed after 3 string training pitches. Clay Holmes coming out looking sharp. There's lots of fans that are wearing purple, some group or something in the audience. Lots of fans wearing purple today. Here we go. 0-2. The ball is high there. It's going to be a 1-2 count. So this is super exciting. This is why I'm willing to trust the process, especially for the first 6 or 8 weeks. Let the offense do what they need to do. Yeah, that Bobby Miller, man, he took it. And I don't know if you saw the picture, got a foul ball off to the right side here. Still count remains 1-2. If you saw the picture afterwards where he was smiling and like his face was all messed up, I'm really like, look, I'm not a fan of the Dodgers. I don't think any of us here really are, but you don't want to see anybody getting hurt like that ever, but especially in spring training and doing that. So like safety, seeing these players, like, look, I want to beat the Dodgers, but I want to beat them fair and square. We got a little pop fly out to left field. Rafael Ortega catches that ball. We'll give you lineups when they show everything on here. All right, we've got Holmes is pitching, Alvarez catching, Alonso on first, McNeil on second, Lindor on short, Beatty playing third. He getting the start at third today. Ortega in left, Azekar in center, and Soto is playing right field. That is that's the Mets defensive alignment. Of course, there's going to be lots of going in and out and different things. Oh, curveball falls in. I don't know if we're using the ABS, the challenge ball strike system in this game. We'll find out if that comes up. There is ball strike challenging in a fair amount of preseason games. It is 2 outs, top of the first, ball high there by Clay Holmes. Clay Holmes is pitching. I believe it's Ben Gamble who's up for the Astros again. I got to learn some of the players because there's a lot of guys who moved around. This is kind of a mix, right? Half these guys have spots on the team, and these other half the guys are battling for roster spots. Bounds up, got a grounder to second base, fielded, coming up, throwing, and we got a 1-2-3 first inning for Clay Holmes. World Series confirmed after 1 inning. Thank you to everybody hanging out with us. We are talking all Mets. It is going to the bottom of the first inning. Soto's coming up. We got Juan Soto is going to be coming up here shortly. This is it. It is real. We got a no-hitter. No-hitter confirmed. Clay Holmes, MVP, Cy Young season confirmed. How's it going, Stan from Westport? Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I know it doesn't really count, but oh, man, it's just so excited to be watching baseball. Like I was saying a little bit earlier, I'm also helping coach my son's Little League team. He's playing in AAA, which at least locally here for Little League is 8 to 10-year-olds for the most part. He's a 9-year-old. He got his first start ever at first base last night. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you for the subs. We are on the journey here to 100 subs. Maybe we're here. I don't know. We'll have to find out here. But yeah, we're also doing a giveaway. Nick Madrigal, he is looking to take over kind of that utility infielder slot for the New York Mets. So we're giving away one of his rookie cards. That's the pinned comment. You guys can, at any point in time you want, go up and sign over there. We're Southwest Florida, yeah. So, I mean, it was Florida cold last night. It was like 50 degrees and windy, but we played through it. So, yeah, we're already 4 games into the season. Our team is 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. So, yeah, so my son's a lefty, so he plays lots of outfield, but he got his first start at first base last night, and he got to pitch, too, in a game. And he pitched a lot of strikes. I mean, they got some hits off of him, and our defense kind of was a little struggling last night. But I was really proud of him because I mean, getting out there to pitch for like the first time, like technically it's the second time, but really first time in like this level of games. Hey, we are over the 100 subscribers. Thank you all so much. Thank you. So appreciate you guys so much. All right, we are back at the action here. Colton Gordon is pitching for the Astros today. Don't know too much about him. He was 8-2 last season, so pretty good. First pitch is ball one. Second pitch is also up high, ball two. Lindor is leading off for the Mets. So Lindor, Soto, and I'm assuming Alonso. They haven't shown the batting order yet. As soon as they have it, we'll bring it up. I know I should probably have some of these things open here. That's a strike down the middle. 2-1 count to Lindor. So, yeah, super excited. So, yeah, we're MetropoliFins. We are YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. That pitch is also going to be a strike, maybe a little bit low down at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I consider myself a pretty even-keeled New York Mets fan. I love baseball, and everything like that. Lindor pops it up. You got all the infielders converging. Shortstop does what he's supposed to do, calls everybody off and catches it there. It's going to be Juan Soto coming up to the plate with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Juan Soto, and I've got some Juan Soto right here that I'm going to be drinking. It's actually just carbonated water with some raspberry jam, and it's kind of like my new jam here. Juan Soto, how cool is this? Juan Soto as a New York Met. Just don't get hurt, Juan. Inside, ball's inside. 1-0 count. So super excited. Soto MG. So someone had an SOT to their OMG sign, so it's Soto MG. It's 2-0 count on Soto. That pitch is a little bit high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes on Juan Soto. His first New York Mets plate appearance. Swing and a miss. Oh, he wanted that one. It's 2-1. 2-1 count here for Juan Soto. So my vibe is totally like, look, I like sports. I enjoy sports, but sports aren't my life. You're not going to see me get like super crazy angry. Oh, he drives it. He drives it. Back to the wall. Home run! Home run! Juan Soto! Wow! The Juan Soto does it! The Juan Soto! It's a bomb for Juan Soto! Welcome to the New York Mets! Juan Soto! Ah! Oh, man, it's a new season, and baseball is back, baby! Oh, can we just start the season already? Pete Alonso is up. Oh, man. It's real, guys. Baseball season is back. It's 0-2 on out. 0-2 on Alonso here. Soto missile. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, I know there's all these things. There's advanced metrics and there's all these stats. Ooh. Oh, Pete is challenging. So call third strike and Pete challenges right away. All right, so they are doing this ABS challenge system. Now, I told you I'm pretty traditional when it comes to a lot of things, but I'm actually okay with this challenge system. I like this because it's going to get rid of the most egregious calls. Let's see. It really rewards the hitters that know the strike zone. It is a ball. So I believe the count, there's another ball here. So I believe the count is 2-2. So it was going to be a called third strike. Pete challenged it. They overruled it right away. And I like this. As long as it doesn't bog down the game, which in everything I've seen in the minor leagues, it hasn't slowed down the game. It adds about a minute per game to get the most egregious calls. Like, you don't want your star hitters striking out. And then I think it's going to actually help the umpires get better too, because the umpires are going to realize, oh, that pitch that I thought was a strike, was clearly a ball. Oh man, Soto just launched that, guys. It's so pretty. It was such a pretty swing. They just showed a replay. And now Pete gets a walk. So just think about this. Like in all your years of watching baseball, how many times? All right, Alvarez bounces the ball. They're going to get the force out at second place, but Alvarez will beat it out at first. So fielder's choice out at second. But think about it. That would be the end of the inning, right? I know, but I think all these things. I think look. It's so easy to throw shade at the umpires, but I don't envy their job. So let's keep the umpires there. Like I don't want all electronic. Let's keep the umpires there. But eventually, and I know this isn't going to be in the regular season, but if we can bring this challenge system, Pete would have struck out looking on a pitch that was a ball, right? And then what's the narrative? Well, Pete should have swung at that. Well, why should he swing at something that he knows is a ball? Instead, he challenges it. Instead of striking out on an 0-2 count, he works a walk, right? And then instead of Alvarez grounding into the final out of the inning, it's a fielder's choice. So now Alvarez gets up. And then now McNeil gets to get up. So it turns your lineup over. It rewards hitters who know the strike zone, and it rewards pitchers who can paint the corners really well. So as much of a traditionalist as I am, like bring back pitchers hitting, get rid of the DH and then L. Like that's my vibe. Old fan yells at cloud. That's totally my shtick. I'm okay with fixing the most egregious calls of balls and strikes. And that's exactly what happened this inning. So this inning would be over. Pete Alonso would have been called out on strikes, and then he missed it. Oh, what a catch! Wow, very nice catch by Ben Gamel in right field. I thought that was going to fall in there, but Ben Gamel made a nice catch there. Yeah, exactly. You get 2 challenges, but if you get them right, you retain the challenge. It really is a great catch. Like you're not going to – I'm a Mets fan. I want the Mets to win, but you're not going to find me throwing shade at any of these guys because this is hard stuff. Like I can appreciate a good catch from the other team for sure. That was a really good catch on it. So – all right, I appreciate everybody being here. If you haven't signed up for the Nick Madrigal rookie card giveaway, we're going to be giving that away very soon, like in the next day or so, since we broke the 100 subscriber barrier. You can just sign up. All you need to do is provide an email address. You don't have to provide anything else. And even if you don't win, you'll get a discount code to the eBay store. We're selling other cards. And as we keep growing and hitting milestones, we're going to keep giving away more and better cards. If you see all those boxes there, hold on, all those boxes there. Those are all filled with sports cards. Some of them are for sale, but some of those we're going to be giving away too. I'm a baseball fan. I love baseball. I coach baseball. I'm not a great coach, but I get to coach my son's little league team. I'm like the bench coach and the scorekeeper and everything. I've loved baseball my whole life. I'm a baseball fan. Like I love the game of baseball. If I could have my dream retirement, it would involve season tickets to the Mets. And just I would go to every single game if I had the ability to do so. I have zero ability to do that right now, but I just love the game of baseball. And I try not to get too bogged down in the kind of the internet arguments of all these different things. Like I just love baseball. I'm romantic for baseball. So love baseball cards, love coaching baseball, love watching my son play baseball, love talking baseball with you. So awesome. Hey, I appreciate it so much, Stan. So doesn't mean I'll never get upset, but I try not to. They just showed the replay. That is such a great catch. And I believe Ben Gamel is he's fighting for a roster spot this year. So that's how you do it. All right, Mets are up 1-0. It is the top of the second here. We'll see how long of a leash Clay Holmes is going to get. He had a 1-2-3 first inning. We got a no-hitter going so far. So, yeah, they've got the spring training with the Mr. Met ball cap on. All right, Holmes is pitching. Strike right down the middle. Holmes is looking sharp today. I know it's just game 1 of spring training, but all right. Bryce Matthews is going to be up here. He was a minor leaguer last year, hit 265 between single A and double A and triple A. Got a little chopper up the middle. McNeil grabs it, fires, gets him at first. Very nice. We could have used some of that defense on our little league team last night. We had a lot of errors. Yeah. I think it's Altuve who's going to be up here. It's a little weird not having Bregman on the Astros. He's been there for so long. So Bregman now in Boston, of course. All right, let's see. Nice curveball in there. Man, I'm telling you guys, obviously, super small sample size. But Clay Holmes is looking really sharp. His pitches are in there. He seems to be like kind of changing speeds, locating. Nice pitch. Yeah, I know. Our defense is pretty good. We were down. A couple of our best defensive players were out. A lot of sickness has been going around. I mean, we got one kid. He looks like he's got the skill set to play certainly at like the junior high school level when he gets there. Like he's an athlete. He's really impressive, but he wasn't there last night. He's normally our catcher and shortstop. So ball down in the dirt. It's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes. So like our team is normally defensively solid, but we drop like 3 pop flies, and it's really demoralizing when you're a pitcher. So, but it was cool. It was fun to see my son out there pitching against a really good team, and he held his own. Got a foul ball grounded down the first baseline. Still 1-2. I guess it's not. It's Salazar is up. Salazar is up for the Astros. Once we get in the regular season, it'll be a lot easier to kind of track and learn all the players from all the other teams. Like I'm still trying to make sure I know the whole Mets roster for this season. That ball is a little low here. 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count here. Clay Holmes is pitching for the Mets. Mets are up 1-0 on a Juan Soto bomb. Yeah, and I think that's the thing is like if you can do that, another foul off here, this is a good battle. You've got to trust the process, especially early on. Like, yeah, it stinks that Montas is going to be out. Of course, all of us would love to have, the Dodgers pitching rotation, right? Who wouldn't want to have that? But, one of the benefits that Stearns brings is that another pop foul. What a battle here. Salazar is really battling here. You got to remember Stearns learned how to build a pitching staff on low budget. And so he knows how to find the diamonds in the rough. That's just part of his skill set that he brings. And yes, we have lots of money. Another foul ball. What a battle. Really, really good battle here. Working the pitch count up for Holmes. But it's still only 19 pitches here for Holmes. And like a third of those pitches, I think, have been in this at bat. So good work by Salazar just to battle. But yeah, you got to just trust in Stearns to like find the diamonds in the rough, allow Hefner to really piece together this rotation. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. This is like on pitch like 7 or 8 of this at bat. I lost count already. 8th pitch of the bat. Strike 3. Oh, he challenged it. I think that was in there though. I don't know. My gut says that was a strike. So this is a challenge on the called 3rd strike. I think it is a strike. It was a strike. Very good. Clay Holmes strikeout stands. Zach Short. He was with the Mets last year. Take your challenge and shove it. I really like it though. I kind of thought I would, but I really do. Even old fan yells at cloud. I like this. Now, obviously, if this was a real game, you probably don't want to be challenging with nobody on in the top of the 2nd inning. That's probably not where you would spend, even where Pete spent it. Probably don't want to do that. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Zach Short, former New York Met. High and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Clay Holmes looking really good. Looking really good. I wonder what I don't know if they stated any pitch count for the game today. Yeah. No, I mean, again, everything. You take everything in spring training with a huge grain of salt. But his pitch selection has been really good. His locations have been good. He's been pitching ahead. Oh, beautiful. And that is it. That is the end of the second inning. I know. Clay Holmes, I'm telling you guys, this is feeling good. If assuming Senga can come back healthy. And I'm going to tell you, this is like just in my heart, man, I'm as much as I'm not happy that Montas got hurt, I would love to see Tyler McGill just really put everything together. I feel like the talent that McGill has is so good. He just seems to really struggle with that second time through the lineup and stuff, and he can make those things. So I'm rooting for McGill to really be able to put it together this season. I think Peterson's ready to take a next step forward. So I'm fine. Like, yes, I would love to have the Dodgers pitching rotation, but also, yes, I'm okay not making a move right now. Like, I don't want to be trading Acuna in the preseason for, whatever, some other superstar pitcher. Like, let's see how the season starts to play out before we make a bunch of panic moves. We had 8 guys fighting for 5 or 6 spots. Now we got 7 guys fighting for 5 or 6 spots. So we're good. Yeah, exactly. The irony, right? It's not, they didn't just lose Soto. They also lose Clay Holmes. And this is like Yankees spring training last year. Soto with a home run and Clay Holmes pitching 2 perfect innings to get things going. You are not missing any of the action right now. We're just chilling and cheering on the Mets today. Appreciate you guys being with us. We are MetropoliFins, YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins. I know that's a weird team combination. That's what you get when you were born in Florida but raised in New Jersey in the 80s, but then you live back in Florida. So I would say I've dodged a bullet a little bit, but I'm telling you what, cheering for the Dolphins is a lot like cheering for the Mets. You get lots of hope and lots of disappointment. So, doing that. All right, we got a call strike 1 with the Mets back up. Luis Torrens is the Mets DH. And so 0-1, that ball is going to be low for ball 1, 1-1. Yeah. Or I was trying to think of something like how the Yankees lost their 2 best players to the Mets, right, in the same offseason. Could you imagine Juan Soto MVP, Clay Holmes Cy Young? I got a nice line drive single out to left field. Luis Torrens. One of the things I love most about spring training is I love watching guys who have to battle for positions. That would be so beautiful. That would be so beautiful. I'll be interested to see. I'm going to assume they're going to try to give Clay Holmes 3 innings here. His pitch count's low. Brett Beatty! Let's go, Brett Beatty! Let's go, Brett Beatty. By the way, up on the channel, if you get a chance to watch it, way back when Brett Beatty made his debut and he hit his home run in that first game, we were watching and I recorded my family watching him hit his home run. So you could see my son like a couple of years ago cheering for it in that video. So that's a strike down the middle. So yeah, so Brett Beatty is definitely battling here to try to break camp with the Mets. A lot of people have been calling him that quadruple A player where he just pounds the ball in triple A and he struggles to really put it together at the major league level. Swing and a miss, and a ball is probably outside there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, his OPS is like 889 at AAA and 609 in the majors, and this has been the issue. All right, good foul off there. Good battling off. So I'm cheering for Brett Baty. I mean, I cheer for my teams, but there's just something about when you get this homegrown talent. Oh, they're showing the truck. Hopefully, you guys got to see the video of the truck that Juan Soto gave to Baty. A nice little foul off battle there too. Yep. That would be beautiful, Stan. That would be beautiful. All right, Baty's battling here. That's another pitch, fouling off 3 in a row. Good job, Baty. And here's the one of the things that I like to look at, because so many people just look at the stats, they look at the box score, but I like to watch the actual at bats here. And I like how Baty is really battling here. Grounder to the left side. Can he beat it out? Yeah! It's going to be an infield single for Brett Baty. Mets got something cooking here. They were playing him to pull, and he kind of fouled it off there. They're re-showing. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go watch Brett Baty get in the truck from Juan Soto. I think it was like a Chevy Tahoe. And, of course, the story behind that, for those of you not familiar, Brett Baty wore number 22 last year. And Juan Soto, of course, that's his number. And so he did it. And, yeah, it was really fun. And so and Baty didn't make a deal. Sometimes you hear about guys making a deal, and Baty basically just said, hey, it's just a number. You can have it. And he gave it. And Juan Soto. So Baty was still driving the same car that he drove in high school. So awesome. Azakar is up. Azakar is one of our off-season free agent signings trying to make the team. Yeah, I know. It's so cool. And, you got to remember, for these guys, someone like Brett Baty, I understand, he gets 800,000 or something like that. But when you're trying to save for your future and other things like that, if you're trying to manage your money, especially these young guys, they don't have unlimited money. Azakar hits it, and it's going to be another infield hit. Bases loaded. Bases loaded. I know. Rafael Ortega coming to the plate here. And after this, we turn the lineup over. So we'll see how long the Mets keep all their stars in. That's a pitch down the middle. Strike 1. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. If you're watching silently in the background, that's awesome, but feel free to chime in. Love to hear from you. That's going to be also a strike to the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes here. Bases loaded for the Mets here. I know, I like it. They're just showing Jesse Winker. His hair is getting even longer than we last saw him. Ooh. Woo! That was a strikeout there. That pitch was way out of the zone. He had him fooled. Had him fooled bad on that one. All right, back to the top of the lineup. Should be Lindor, unless I'm assuming most of these guys are going to get at least 2 at-bats. All right, Astros are going to do a pitching change, so we're going to have a little commercial break here. So a little break in the action. If you haven't yet signed up for our Nick Madrigal rookie card giveaway, you can click on that pin link. We're going to do the giveaway in the next 2 days or so because we're waiting until we hit 100 subscribers. We hit the 100 subscribers, so we are going to give it away. And so we'll be doing that giveaway soon. If you don't win, you're still going to be entered for all future drawings as well. So while we're on commercial break, watching some Baseball Zen, you can go click over there, get signed up. All you have to do is provide an email address. You don't have to give any other information or anything like that. I'll just need your mailing address if you win. That's all we got. So excited here. We've got spring training. New York Mets baseball is live. Let's do a little bit of a scoreboard update here too. There are some other games going on. So Mets are currently up 1-0, but they have bases loaded with 1 out, I believe, right? Yeah, it's bases loaded with 1 out, and so the Mets are doing a the Astros are doing a pitching change right now. In other inconsequential spring training games going on around the area, Nationals and Astros Nationals actually just scored. They're up 1-0 in the top of the third. So Astros are on a split squad. So just so you guys know, in case you're not familiar with how split squad works. Oh, we signed Soto on your birthday, Sharon. Thank you so much for chiming in and tuning in with us here. So what a split squad means is usually you're going to send your rookies and some of your guys that are trying to make the team, they're going to go on the road trip, and your vets, they're going to stay more home. So you put a little less mileage on them. Lindor is up now. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on the count. So kind of like the varsity stays home and the JV goes on the road. So we got the Astros JV squad that we're going against today. But it's a great way to get more players. Grounded down to first. They're going to throw it to second. It hits the runner. It should be safe on the play. They haven't made the call. The umpire never made a call. Looks like he's going to be safe. It should be all right. So it's going to be an error, fielder's choice. The Mets do score on the play. That was a little weird because the umpire never made a call. All right, so it's going to be a fielder's choice. That technically would be an RBI, but it's also an error. So the way that works, you can't assume a double play. So you would assume since Zach Short made the play to second, you can assume that out, and the error is on the bad throw. So Lindor would get the RBI, but he would not get a hit in that thing. So I'm still learning and working on my scorekeeping. I don't care too much at the level of Little League that I'm scorekeeping for right now. But Soto is up. We've got a grounder to second. And Soto's going to beat it out. So that's the second RBI for Juan Soto. Not the bomb that he had in the first inning, but putting the ball in play. Beatty scores on that. So it is 3-0 Mets. They're now 2 outs in the inning. So they're showing the stat, most consecutive seasons with a 400-plus on-base percentage to start the career. Juan Soto is, at age 26, he is 4th all-time with 7 straight careers. So, all right, Pete Alonso is up. Ball 1 on a slider at the outside. As soon as we'll get the next commercial break, we'll give you the rest of the scoreboard update. We're going to look to keep improving this technology. The best way that you can help me do that is liking and subscribing, build this fan base. The sooner we can do that, the better. I do have some access to some more tech, but it costs a little bit of money. And so the faster we can build this channel, the faster we can get better tech going, so we can hopefully have like streaming scores while we do this as well. Ball inside. It's going to be is it 3-0 to Alonso here? Yeah, no, I want Brett to stay with the Mets. It's going to be hard for him to break camp, but he might have to go back to the minors. But I hope he does that. Yeah, Lindor, Soto, Alonso, and I heard this mention, and I think this was a good observation. I forget where I heard it, but the Mets have traditionally kind of put Pete more in that 4 slot. But what that means is you don't get Pete guaranteed in the first inning every game, and after Soto was going on 3-1, and it ends up being ball 4. So Pete walks, and the bases are loaded once again. There are 2 outs here, and now you got Alvarez in the 4 hole. I'm actually looking for some big things for Alvarez this year. I think a lot of people kind of forgot how good he can be, and I think this whole lineup takes a lot of pressure off of Alvarez to just he doesn't have to worry about being the guy. Like if Pete struggles, it's not like everything falls on Alvarez or everything falls on Vientos now. You've got this whole thing. So, but yeah, I really like the idea of 1, 2, 3, Lindor, Soto, Alonso, because first of all, you're going to get those guys through the lineup quicker. But let's see Alonso in the first inning every game. Let's see Soto. Let's see. I mean, obviously, there's going to be games where some of those guys take days off, but let's get our best 3 guys up in the first 3 batters. I mean, I can see there's going to be lots of games where we're going to at least get out to a 1-0 or 2-0 lead. And I think that's so huge, takes pressure off your pitchers. That ball is high, but they called it a strike. He's not going to challenge there, but I think that was probably a ball. I agree. I do think there's a little bit of this is my personal preference. I wish that we had one more. You got a chopper up the middle. The throw is wild. It's an error. Alonso is in a rundown. All right. So Pete Alonso gets thrown out. He got caught in a pickle between second and third, and Soto wasn't able to score. But it's still 4-0 Mets. The Mets still have a perfect game going. We'll see if Clay Holmes is going to come out. I'm assuming he's coming out for the 3rd inning here. Yeah, it would have been close, Stan. It would have been close for sure. All right, I'm going to try to run through the rest of the scores here because these commercial breaks go by quick. Braves are up on the Twins 1-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. Red Sox are beating the Rays 2-1. That's in the middle of the 3rd inning. Phillies got a 1-0 lead over the Tigers. Yankees are this weird things are going on here. Yankees are down 2-0 to the Blue Jays. That's in the 3rd inning. Marlins and Cardinals are scoreless in the 3rd, and then we got our game. So those are the pointless scores that don't mean anything that are going on right now. So I think on that last play, Soto, once the error happened, Soto should have just gone home. I think he probably could have scored, but you can see Pete, why there's no reason to risk an injury on getting in a pickle in a spring training game. So Pete just kind of gave himself up for the most part there. And so it's all good. How many Yankees are out there growing facial hair now? Who was the guy they just acquired who had a shave and then they got rid of the facial hair requirement the next day? It is 4-0 Mets here. We're seeing exactly what we're hoping to see out of this lineup. 4-0 Mets after 2 innings. Let's see. I am Devin Williams. Yeah, that's who it was. Yep. You guys are on it. Yeah, Devin Williams. So I'm sure he's growing everything back. Now, there's still some rules, right? It still needs to be neatly groomed or something like that. I forget what it was but oh yeah. Oh man, I can't wait for that to happen again. All right, so let's just say you could choose. Let's say you could choose the Mets World Series opponent. Who do you guys want a Subway Series? As I know, there's some fans that are I just don't even want the Yankees to make the playoffs. And there's other fans I want to beat the Yankees in the World Series or whatever. I could see either one. Red Sox, okay, yeah, that'd be fun. They'll do the 86 rematch. I'm sure there's lots of people who'd love to see that. I actually kind of like the 69 rematch, and let's go take on the Orioles. I mean, the Orioles are a fun young team to watch. They're the type of team I really like. Holmes is out here pitching again in the third inning. It is high and inside for ball one. He's only got 26 pitches so far. So, yeah, I think it would be fun. I think I'd be more scared of this Orioles team. I feel like it's only a matter of time before they're gonna. Oh, yeah, that was definitely not worth the challenge. That was clearly a ball. I I don't know who challenged that. If that was Alvarez or Holmes, that was clearly a ball. That was a really bad challenge. Not gonna lie, that was clearly a ball, like 2 or 3 inches of ball. I don't know why that of all of them, especially on a 1-0 count. Don't challenge that stuff. It's just not even worth it. 1-1. It's gonna be 2-1. That ball is low. 2 balls and 1 strike. So the Mets are down to 1 challenge for the rest of the game. However, if you're successful, you get to keep them. Got a chopper up the middle. Lindor fields it, throws to first, and the perfect game is still intact. Yeah, I hope so. I hope our pitching is underrated. I'm definitely feeling better from what I've seen so far today. So Zach Daniels is up. We got a call. Strike one. He was like a single A, double A guy last year. His chase is a really bad. I mean, not a bad. It was a good pitch, but he chases. It's a bad pitch to swing at. Yeah, I think so too, Stan. So my guess is, especially. I mean, no matter what, but I just can't imagine him going much past 40 pitches or so. Yeah, this is looking good. I wonder who we're bringing in next. Strike three called. Oh, and the Astros are using their final challenge here. Lots of I like this. It is confirmed. Strikeout confirmed. Astros are out of challenges. No more. Yeah, that was clearly a strike too. That was as much a strike clearly as the one that the Mets challenge was clearly a ball earlier. Here's one thing that I wonder is it would be really nice if that system would be available even on controversial pitches that were not challenged. There we go. And again, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here. This is like the Astros JV squad. This is a lot of minor league guys and guys that are, basically battling for a roster spot. It does mean something to them, but these are not, all the starters. Got a little pop fly to center field. Azokar. I thought it was Azokar. Azokar gets it. 1, 2, 3 inning. Perfect game is intact. All right. So Mets are up 4-0. Middle of the second inning. Hanging out. Oh, Clay is your son's name. Awesome, Stan. Well, that's extra fun to cheer for that. It's a great outing. Again, it is just spring training. It is against the JV squad of the Astros, but it's still really good. I mean this. His pitch location was great. Pitch selection, Alvarez called like really good pitches. And we're just assuming he's going to be done at the end of this inning. But I mean, if you were in that position of why Clay Holmes, is Clay Holmes any good? The potential that we saw in those first 3 innings is really, really good to see. So feel really confident. Really confident that we've got like a nice little start here. It'll be interesting to see. We'll try to update you on all the subs here. I'm going to actually, I wonder if they'll pull it up faster here. It's just so hard with these spring training games. Sometimes you end up having like 6, 7 new guys come into a game in between innings. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. We are MetropoliFins. We are YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins YouTube channel, but we appreciate you hanging out with us. Hope you're enjoying the return of New York Mets spring baseball. So we're going to be with you for this whole game today. We're going to cover as many games as we possibly can. And so just appreciate you watching, hanging out with us. Got a foul ball down the first baseline. Yep, Clay Holmes is definitely done. Yeah. What was really good is he was just throwing strikes. McNeil is up, by the way, for the Mets. Another foul off, this time to the left side. It's an 0-2 count. Mets are up 4-0. We're in the bottom of the third inning. The Astros are out of ball strike challenges. Oh! Did he get it? Did he get it? Oh, just got knocked down. Fly out to right field. That was a pretty good strike. He's smiling, though. I want to see McNeil smile more. I'm hoping, and I know look, we've had this conversation in some of our other streams. A lot of you guys are done with McNeil. McNeil has battled through a lot of stuff, namely when they took the shift away, that hurt his game so much. I want to see smiling McNeil again. Take the pressure off, get back to doing some slap hitting. I think there's value for McNeil on this team, and I think there's a spot for McNeil on this team. Even if maybe it's not much beyond this year, I'd really like to see him. I like his versatility, being able to play some outfield. Go. Torrens is up for the Mets. It's 1-1 strike. Yeah, that looked really good. They said the wind knocked it down. Obviously, I can't see that from here, but exactly. I just want to see. And again, I think the Soto effect is kind of this trickle-down waterfall effect. Everything, right? The lightning rod becomes Soto. If the Mets have struggles, the lightning rod is Soto. You know, he's the, $750 million man. He's the lightning rod. The lightning rod is Lindor as kind of the de facto captain doing that. Yeah, and I think that maybe this helps, right? Because look at where you can bat Soto in this lineup. You can bat him 5th, but you can also bat him 8th or 9th in this lineup, right? I can see a world where you could throw McNeil in the 9 hole as your job is just to kind of get on base and turn the lineup over. Like, that's really, where's, Nimmo, where are you going to throw Nimmo? You could, this lineup is so deep that, do this, Torrens with a single through the right side. The Mets are hitting the ball hard. There have been just lots of hard shots in this game. So that's a really nice swing. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. As much of the homegrown talent as we can do, it's going to be hard because as you build up your farm, you got lots of homegrown talent. And so it's going to be difficult, but I really think that this works. All right. Brett Beatty had a really good first at bat. And he battled off a lot of pitches and then ended up getting an infield single. I know some people are going to be looking for the exit velo off of Beatty, but I just want to see his confidence get built up here. Again, another one of our homegrown talents here. Sharon, you're super pro Brett Beatty or super pro McNeil, right? That was a bad pitch. So that's both at bats. Beatty has swung at a bad pitch. We'll see if he can kind of battle back here like he did his first at bat as well. All right, Brett Beatty is down 0-2. Got a runner on first. Good eye, Brett Beatty. Ball is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's another pitch that Beatty holds off on down in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So this is very similar to his first at bat. He got behind, I believe, 0-2 his first at bat. He battled all the way back and got an infield single. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So that's good. A little bit of composure under adversity is good. All right, he gets a good swing on it. Oh, another great catch. My goodness. My goodness. Another, like that is 2 great catches by the Astros outfield. Props to them. But here's the thing, right? This is what the box score doesn't tell you, but the eye test tells you. I really like, I feel like the beginning of the count, like early in the count, Beatty's swinging at some stuff he shouldn't. But once he got behind both at bats, he battled really, really well. I know, like Gamble had a robbing catch. Those 2 great. That's maybe 2 of the best spring training catches I've ever seen. And they happened to the Mets in this game, and we're still up 4-0. But that's what's so great about this lineup, right? Like you can get frustrated. It's like you go back to the dugout, and you know the next guy's going to pick you up. Yeah, that's 2 great at bats for Beatty. The first one battling back and getting the infield single. Right, because you're not looking for hard contact. You're just looking to put in play. Now, that's a bad swing by Azekar there. 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch almost hit him. He's swinging at it. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, do you have the right mental approach? And as long as you have that, that's what you need, because there's going to be ups and downs. We always teach our little leaguers. Oh, that's a strike right down the middle. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I don't know why I didn't swing at that. But probably got tricked up there. Azekar is he's battling for a roster spot, a bench spot here. Fouled it off. Very good. That's what you want to see. Right? Once you get to 2 strikes, your only goal is don't strike out looking. Put the ball in play. Put the ball in play. You never know what's going to happen. Mets do have a runner on first. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They're up 4-0. Juan Soto hit a home run in his very first at bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. And he gets the bat on it. Another sliding catch. And that'll end the inning. Good play. All the Astros outfielders have made good plays today. 2 of them were outstanding plays. I know. I'm sure Gamble's fighting for a spot on the team, I believe. And the other 2, I think, are minor leaguers. So that's for them, man. If I was an Astros fan, I'd be really excited about the defense I'm seeing out there, because that's how you stay close in games like this. So some good plays. All right. So let's see. I don't know if I have seen yet. I don't know if they showed. Maybe I missed it. Who's coming in for the Mets? Let's see if Danny Young is coming in for the Mets. Oh, yeah, it's Pedro Leon. Leon, I think is how you say it. Pedro Leon. I don't think he's in the majors yet, but he's a prospect. I know. I got some of his cards. So it'll be a lot easier to do play-by-play once we're kind of down to like the 40-man rosters. There's a whole bunch of guys at spring training that won't crack these rosters in the majors. But appreciate everybody hanging out with us here. It's 4-0 Mets, the top of the 4th. The Mets actually have a perfect game going. Don't worry. If it was the regular season, I wouldn't say anything about it. I will not be the jinx to the perfect game in the regular season, but it's spring training. It matters for absolutely nothing except just a little bit of fun. So Danny Young is coming in. We'll see if there's other see if the Mets make some other changes in the outfield and the infield. The Mets are not split squad today. Their whole team is here. So it's a lot more likely they'll rotate through quite a few players to try to get them. Yeah, so at the MLB Gamecast says Danny Young is coming in for Clay Holmes, and then we'll see if they give any other positional updates. I'm going to assume now that we're headed to the 4th inning, you're going to start seeing guys come in, if not after this inning, after this. Yep, Danny Young. Got a pitch right down the middle. Strike 1. I like this. I just want to see our pitchers pound in the strike zone. And then we'll see if there's any other updates that for fielders and stuff. It's a lot easier to track this during the regular season, like I said, but we'll do our best here. Woo! That pitch was way outside. In tribute to Bob Uecker And of course, we miss him, and condolences to his family. Just a bit outside on that one. Miss Bob Uecker. You know, these guys that you grow up with, and you know, as they get older. Grounder to third. Beatty makes the play. And perfect game is still intact. Terry Francona with the Reds this year. That's kind of funny. He's back at it. Clayton McCullough for Miami. Will Venable for the White Sox. Those are some of your new managers this year. We're rocking and rolling. Oh, we hit him. Perfect game no longer confirmed. World Series is now off. No hitter still intact, though. No hitter still intact. There you go. This is why we won't talk about perfect games in the regular season. We won't jinx it. I think Hummel's one of their top prospects, too, if I remember right. Alex Ramirez is in right field for the Mets. Yeah, so Soto's out of the game. I didn't catch. Let me see if I can find the box score here. Hopefully they have it updated. There we go. Oh, they just posted them all here. Here we go. So Yanni Hernandez, he's playing short. So Lindor is out. Alex Ramirez is playing right. So Soto is out. William Lugo is playing first. So Pete Alonso is out. Diego Mosquera, if I'm saying that right, he's playing second. Jeff McNeil is out. So those are the defensive substitutions here. I'm just going to copy. Hopefully this will paste all right. Let's see how. They're not going to. Let me do them one at a time. I probably won't do this during the regular season because it's a little bit easier to follow. But just for those of you who are following along at home, it's hard to keep track if you don't have like Gamecast open. These are the subs the Mets made. Ben Gamble struck out. It's the second out of the inning. No hitter, still on. So Danny Young, we got 2 outs here. There's a runner on first from our hit by pitch. That was Cooper Hummel who got hit, so he's on first. Got a strike right down the middle here. This is looking good. I'm just excited. I'm excited because it's baseball season, but our pitching looks really, I know, small sample size. I know, it doesn't matter. I can still enjoy it. Think that we're doing well. We're enjoying it. Throw over to first. I think that might be the first throw over to first we've had. It's the first disengagement. Okay, so old school me, I don't like the disengagement rule. That's one rule I would love to get rid of. But I do like this ball strike challenge. I hope we get it into the majors as soon as possible. High, balls high. High and inside. One ball, one strike. Strike. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Danny Young is pitching. Bryce Matthews is hitting for the Astros. Mets are up 4-0 in the top of the 4th. They actually have a no-hitter going. They had a perfect game until Cooper Hummel got hit. Got ball low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. By the way, I wasn't going to cover this because initially Johan Santana was coming to our baseball card shop in town, and I was going to go meet him, but that got canceled. So that's why I'm covering this game. Originally, that's where I was going to be. I was going to try to do like a little interview with him or something, but that didn't happen. So I figured this is the next best thing. If I can't interview Johan Santana, then cover this game and at least hang out with you guys. It's full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 4th. Danny Young pitching. Balls driven. And that's going to be off the wall for the first hit of the game. Cooper Hummel will score. That's going to be a double. No hitter is dead. That's why we don't jinx it, but we got it out of our system. Don't worry. We won't talk about perfect games and no hitters during the regular season. I'm not going to be the reason. I'm not going to be the reason we lose it in the regular season. So it is 4-1 Mets, top of the 4th. Astros now have a runner on second base after that double. Salazar hits it to second. Fielded, knocked the, who's our guy, Mosquero down. He throws it to first. The inning is over. So no further damage. Mets are up 4-1. Going to start to get to see some of these guys. For those of you who've been following like the Mets in the minor leagues, Alex Ramirez has been kind of this. He was one of our top prospects a couple of years ago. He's really been struggling. So it'd be nice to see him get back on track in his journey to the majors. I know there were guys a couple of years ago who were just loading up on his baseball cards, speculating and just really, really taking a dip. So hopefully for him, I mean, all these guys, you want to cheer for all these guys that you draft. You know they're not all going to make the majors with your club, but it just is, it's cool whenever you see a guy. Obviously, you want to see the stars stay with you, but you know, you want to see these guys make the majors. So we're middle of the 4th. We'll see if so the Mets have pulled most of their frontline starters. I'm not expecting guys like Nimmo to show up in this game today. We're going to probably see lots of the guys that are battling for positions. Lots of our minor league talent the rest of the way, but we're going to have fun with it. So, which is all good. We'll try to keep you updated on all the subs as they come through. It gets really difficult to do as you get into it. The Astros are going to do a pitching change here. Miguel Ulola, I guess is how you say it. Again, a lot of these guys, I'll probably never say their names again after this game, but Miguel Ulola is going to be coming in for the Astros as a pitcher. Yeah, the Mets are not, there's zero reason to rush Nimmo. I mean, I'm not saying that I expect it, but if there's any doubt whatsoever, you can start him on the injured list to start the year. There's zero reason. Hey, Savage Batman, how's it going? We're watching some baseball today. Appreciate you being here. Everybody say hi to Savage, one of our mods on the channel. Y'all aren't too rowdy, so we don't need to don't need to be moderated too much. Yeah. Is it Ulola? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Ulola. Uyola? So, yeah, did you get the second ring for the Dolphins? Did you accomplish it? We're also getting to the point of the game in spring training where that almost looked like, I thought that was Jerry Seinfeld at first. Got to strike down the middle here after foul ball on pitch 1, and then Rafael Ortega's up for the Mets. So, yeah, crew hasn't been too rowdy today, Savage. We've been good. I don't think I've had to mod anything. So I'm going to probably do mostly horizontal live streams. Occasionally we'll do some vertical on this channel, but just because I really want to do that. Oh, I think they're showing some Mets playing on the other field. Oh, that's a nice swing. It's going to be caught, but that's a nice swing on that pitch. So 1 out for the Mets in the bottom of the 4th. So the Mets are up 4-1. Most of our starters are out of the game. Clay Holmes pitched 3 perfect innings today. Juan Soto went bomb Soto in his very first at-bat. Also had an RBI in his second at-bat. I believe it got credited as an RBI. Let me check the box score. I believe they credited that. Yeah, he got credited with an RBI. Francisco Alvarez has an RBI. Francisco Lindor has an RBI. Pete Alonso, I believe, had 2 walks. Yeah, 2 walks for Pete Alonso. So one through 4 in our lineup had all 4 of our RBIs. Got a pop fly. Sorry, I got to get on the game here. And that's going to go out of play. But I appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Awesome. So Savage Batman, he does some Madden playthroughs and stuff. So he knows I'm a Dolphins fan. So he's won 2 Super Bowl rings for the Dolphins playing a Madden. Was that 2037, 2038? So this is Yanni Hernandez, who is up for the Mets right now. He came in to replace Lindor at shortstop, so he just took over his spot in the lineup. So it'll get a little harder to get like super excited about everything that happens beyond this point, but ooh, that was a nice pitch. And that's a walk. Yanni Hernandez gets walked. I think the Mets have had base runners every single inning, which has been really good. Their plate discipline has been really good. Fouling off 2-strike pitches have been really good. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. We are MetropoliFins. We are YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. So appreciate you. The Mets are up 4-1. It's the bottom of the 4th. Getting you caught up. The Mets have already subbed out Pete Alonso, Jeff McNeil, Francisco Lindor, and Juan Soto. They all started the game, but they've all been subbed out at this point. Hey, Red Sox are up. Yeah, we'll do a full scoreboard update, but Savage, if you want to do that. Ooh, they almost got Yanni. If it was a better throw, they had him at first. Yeah, we can maybe next break we'll do that. Pickoff over at first. Yanni Hernandez is a fast guy, but his bat hasn't been able to be there enough to. Excuse me, I'm drinking a little too much Juan soda. Get him bubbly in my belly. Woohoo! He just missed that. Just missed that. All right, so the count here is no balls and 2 strikes. But once again, you see the Mets battling. This is Alex Ramirez. So this is kind of the touted New York Mets prospect, and he's struggled to put it together the last couple seasons. He's definitely fallen down, but I would love to see him put some good at bats together. Oh, he didn't challenge that. Now called strike 3. That was right near the top. Gonna go for 3. Who's your quarterback right now, Savage? Who's the Dolphins quarterback? I have no idea how that worked. Did you find a Madden glitch? You might need to expose that to YouTube. Ball's outside. So, oh, they're interviewing Lindor. I'll try to give you a little update on this. Got a ball in the dirt. Yanni Hernandez is going to scooch to second base. And I think that's just going to be a wild pitch. It was a good stop by the catcher, but it didn't really work. So William Lugo is up for the Mets right now, by the way. Just trying to keep you guys updated on what's going on. That is true. I'd be interested. I wish there was a way that you could kind of still see, even when they don't challenge. See, that last pitch here, that was a ball high. That seems like it was right around the 7. So Michael Brandenburg, auto-generated. All right. Another ball high here for William Lugo. Lugo is, again, another New York Mets prospect, and these aren't guys here that are going to be battling to make the roster this year, but they're going to be fighting to move their way up from AA to AAA or single A to AA, or maybe eventually crack the roster midseason. Maybe not these guys in particular. I wonder if we'll get to see like Jet Williams today, or who knows. But check swing, and he did not go. This is, by the way, after William Lugo walk, Francisco Alvarez is up for the Mets, got a 1-0 count. Mets have runners on first and second. They're up 4-1 in the bottom of the fourth. Alvarez swung for the moon on that one, ended up in the left-hand batter's batting box. So that ball is a strike, dropped by the catcher, but nobody goes anywhere. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Francisco Alvarez. Got runners on first and second. I like to see him put the ball in play here for sure. Definitely want to see him put the ball in play. Fouls the ball off. We've seen a lot of that today by the Mets. The Mets have fouled off a lot of pitches. A lot of pitches with 2 strikes. Brett Beatty has had multiple good at-bats doing that. Alvarez is doing it now. Love seeing that. Disengagement here. Hey, the runner's got him to step off. We like that. Definitely got some concern. Yanni Hernandez is on second base and doing some distraction stuff. So we love doing that. Get the pitcher thinking about something else. Pitcher steps off again. There we go. So we got him use both of his disengagements already, like this. It's mostly cat and mouse game stuff. It does feel like once you start getting these subs in the game, slows down a little bit in spring training. So Red Sox still at 4-1. Savage, awesome. Alvarez strikes out, and the inning is over. All right. So Mets don't score. They got some runners. All right. We're going to run through the scores here really quick here because it takes a little while to run through it all. So we're going to get rock and roll. Again, these are all spring training games. Nothing matters. If you want to dig into some of these box scores later, you absolutely can do that. But for now, the Braves are beating the Twins 1-0. That's in the 6th. The Nationals are beating the Astros, the other half of the Astros. That's in the 5th. They're up 2-1. Orioles and Pirates are tied in the 5th. Red Sox are up 4-1. They actually have the bases loaded, Savage, right now. So they're really trying to really make this work. And then the Blue Jays are up 4-0 on the Yankees. Mets, of course, are up 4-1. Cardinals are beating the Marlins 1-0. Phillies up on the Tigers 3-0. Those are the games that are currently going on as we speak. And there you go. If you didn't hear me see it, Savage Batman got it all typed up. Thank you so much, Savage, for doing that. Appreciate it. So we're just hanging out. I'm going to keep expecting there to be lots and lots of subs and different players coming in. We'll see if Danny Young comes out again. All right. We got some replacements here. Brett Beatty is coming out and Nick LaRusso is coming in. Francisco Alvarez is coming out and Hayden Sanger is coming in. And the Mets are going to have a pitching change here. Danny Young is coming out and Austin Warren is coming in. So those are those. I'm going to copy and paste those for you guys really quick, just because these are maybe some names that you're not quite as familiar with. And not going to lie, again, a lot of these guys, they're not going to be making the squad out of Aaron Judge is overrated. All right, here we go. First pitch, swinging, grounded to third or grounded to short, thrown across the infield for a really nice play. That was a really good play. Out at first. So Yanni Hernandez got on base, made a really good play at shortstop. So that was, by the way, that was Zach Short who was up for the Astros. Jesus Bastidas. I don't know if I probably totally botched that name, but he's up. Bastidas. That's how Gary Cohen said it. If it's good enough for Gary Cohen, it's good enough for me. Bastidas. Jesus. Was it? Is that what it was? Hold on. Jesus Bastidas. 1 ball and 1 strike. This is Austin Warren pitching for the Mets. I'll give you a little breakdown. Last year, he pitched in 6 games, 10 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1.69 ERA with a 1.31 whip. That was with the San Francisco Giants last year. So he was with the Angels for 3 seasons before that. I don't know too much about him, so I'm going to research right with you. But based on his stats, that even though it was a very small sample size, that was the best season he's had in a while. So the Mets must have seen something in him worth giving him a shot. You just don't like anyone who played with the Yankees, Savage. Got a ball outside. It's now a full count here. Jesus Bastidas batting for the Astros. Austin Warren pitching for the Mets. Mets are up 4-1. Top of the 5th. Missed outside. So that is ball 4. That's easy enough. Don't worry, you'll find plenty of people in here who also hate the Yankees. Maybe not quite as much passion as a Red Sox fan hates the Yankees, but most of us are not Yankees fans. Maybe you could just think of it this way. The Mets rescued Juan Soto from the Yankees, and we rescued Clay Holmes from the Yankees. We're talking how awesome would it be if we ended up with Clay Holmes, National League Cy Young, and Juan Soto, National League MVP. And, hey, it's one less player you have to face. Got to strike down the middle. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Austin Warren pitching for the Mets and whoever Daniels is. I got to look all these guys up. Zach Daniels. He's been in the minors for the last few seasons. Ball outside. Austin Warren's having a little trouble. His pitches are all kind of a little bit outside right now. So we're doing that. So we are having fun here today. For those of you who missed it earlier, Juan Soto hit a bomb his very first at bat. Clay Holmes pitched 3 perfect innings, literally 9 up, 9 down. Foul ball back, 2 balls and 2 strikes for the Mets and Austin Warren, who is pitching for the Mets right now. All the Mets' primary starters either are not playing or have been subbed out. So this is kind of more for you diehards from this point forward, or if you want to kind of learn a little bit about who is maybe up and coming. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw through. Wasn't a great throw, but he still got him at second base. Strike him out, throw him out, and the inning is over. Who is that catcher? Who is our new catcher? Who replaced him? Let's see. Hayden Sanger. Let's look him up a little bit here. Got to hop over to the box score. He's actually, I think he's going to be, we'll see him hit this inning. Hayden Sanger is the current catcher for the New York Mets. Let's look a little bit. He's been around in the minors. Looks like he's been in the Mets things. We're not seeing Parada today. I would assume Parada is a much higher prospect. Let's see some of his stats. On base percentage last season was 302. What was it? Let's see. 234 batting average, so not super super crazy on that. You guys let me know if there's any specific stats you want me to look up on him. So he has been invited to spring training the last 3 seasons. This is his third season in spring training. He got called up to Syracuse from Binghamton in April of 2024 and then sent right back down. And then he went back to Binghamton, and then he came up to Syracuse. He's been there. He had a rehab assignment last year. But yeah, so he's been hanging out with Syracuse, so trying to battle his way to the majors. He's got the same dream that all these guys do. It's so hard, guys. It's so hard to make it to the majors. There's so many guys who want to get there. Yeah, so you got Binghamton, you got Syracuse, and then you got Port St. Lucie, of course, which is where spring training is down in Florida. So that's where most of the Mets minor league teams are. Oh, they got a gecko or a lizard on the screen. Diego Mascara is batting for the Mets. That ball is way high. Oh, and there's the Geico Gecko as well. It's good stuff. The Gary, Keith, and Ron in later innings of spring training games are just some of my absolute favorite. Because, I mean, it's really hard to stay too deep. They do a great job of commentating. And, of course, the cameramen do that. Mascara strikes out on that. It is 4-1 Mets in the bottom of the 5th inning. So, appreciate you guys hanging out with us, having some fun here today. Celebration of spring training baseball is back. I want to cover as many New York Mets games like this live. So if you're appreciating it, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share. Let your other fellow Mets fans know. The faster that we can get this channel going and built up, the more we can do it. Yeah, I agree with you, Savage. I just love baseball. I'm just a romantic for baseball for sure. Oh, 1 count. That ball is high. It's going to be 1-1. They have Kevin Parada is up now. Kevin Parada is up. All right, so they're putting him in the DH spot. So I thought we were in a different spot in the lineup. And he goes down swinging. Sorry, so Kevin Parada is one of the future catcher prospects, but he's been struggling a little bit. Tamarez, who's pitching for Houston. He's got some fire. So there's 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th for the Mets. So I see how they did it. They kind of moved players around. So Hayden Sanger, who is currently catching for the Mets, he's batting in Brett Beatty's spot here. And Kevin Parada, he came in for Luis Torrens in the DH spot. It becomes an absolute mess trying to follow this stuff along in spring training games. I'll do my best here to kind of post all this. But, yeah, some of these guys, they got moved into one spot in the field. They'll pop up to center field, called off by the center fielder. And that inning is over. Successful challenge in Madden. All right, it is 5-4 Mets. We are through 5 innings, over halfway through the Mets' first spring training game of the year. All of the New York Mets major league starters, I believe, are out of the game at this point. You're going to still see a continuous rotation. I think you'll probably see a new pitcher most every inning here. We will update you on any of the updates. Again, most of these guys coming in at this point are not going to make the Mets roster, but this is the future. These are the guys that are going to be at single A, double A, triple A. They're all battling to get to the majors, but you won't see too much or hear too much about them during the regular season unless you're like a New York Mets super fan and you follow all the minor league stuff. But we will give you any updates that we possibly can here. Let's see if we got. Yeah, so Kevin Parradas, he's just going to stay in the game. He was the pinch hitter. He's going to stay in the game as a pinch hitter. All right. Jose Azocar is coming out. Omar De Los Santos is coming in. We'll once again post all the subs in here for you. And then Austin Warren, who was pitching for the Mets, he is coming out. You got Justin Hagenman. All right, we'll do a little look and research on our new pitcher here. Let's find out what we need to know about him, anything that'll give us a little bit of an insight. He was originally drafted by the Dodgers in 2018, the 23rd round. He's from New Jersey. I grew up in New Jersey, so he's got kind of that northeastern connection. All right, let's see. ERA last year in AAA is 4.91. Got a call strike one on pitch one. Here, so we're at the top of the 6th inning. Justin Hageman. That should be a strike as well. No balls and 2 strikes. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. We are MetropoliFins, YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. But we're hardcore because we're covering the first spring training game of the season. We're going to cover as many games as we can. Best way that you can help me is hit that like, hit that subscribe, share that channel, let other people know about it. We'll be doing all sorts of baseball coverage throughout the season, and just appreciate you hanging out and spending time with us here. Ball outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Palma is batting. I'm not going to even worry about looking up every one of these Astros guys. Doesn't matter. We're going to mainly focus on the Mets guys here. There you go. Got him swinging and strike out. So this guy, Hagenman, whatever his name is, Savage Mountain, he was actually in the Red Sox organization last year. So ball one. And we got ball 2 as well now. So, hold on. My phone just went a little wonky. Let me get that back on for us here. No, not that one. Come on. Where are you at? I was trying to make sure I was caught up, and I accidentally closed the stream really quick. Hey, just got to keep on working, Savage. Just keep on working. All right, it is 2 balls and 2 strikes. And a call strike 3. All right. Hagenman, he's definitely got it going. He has definitely got it going. I mean, look, for these guys, this is the difference between either, major league roster or minor leagues. being cut or making the team, triple A, double A, all these guys. So it's fun to see them, even though they're it's like kind of minor leaguers facing minor leaguers now, but still. Ooh, nice curveball there. This is Cooper Hummel. I think he's one of the top prospects for the Astros. 0-1. Hageman looks really comfortable. He's pitching fast. That one's in the dirt. 1-1 strike. Mets are up 4-1. We're in the top of the 6th inning. All the Mets starters are out, but we're still watching. We're diehards. We're going to stay with you throughout the whole game. You can meet all sorts of Mets minor league players you've never heard about. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us here today. We got to witness Juan Soto's first home run in a New York Mets uniform. An absolute bomb. He crushed it. Bottom of the 1st inning. 1-2 strikes here. Got a little grounder up the first baseline. Fielded by the second baseman. Toss it to first. 1-2-3 inning. That was a really good inning for Hageman. All right, we'll see as we go to commercial break. We'll see what other things we have going on. See what sort of subs there are going on. So just a friendly reminder, we hit the 100 subscribers, so we are going to be giving away the Nick Madrigal rookie card. If you want to sign up for that, that is the pinned comment. You can click on there. Click over that link. You can do it during this commercial break. You're not missing out on any of the action. Sign up. You have a chance of winning. I'm going to tell you, there haven't been that many people who have signed up yet. So you've got a nice good opportunity to win. I think we only have like 4 or 5 people signed up. And so, even if you don't win, you get a discount code to my eBay store. We got lots of other sports cards and sports memorabilia up. But yeah, so we've got that going on. I can actually give you the amount. There's only 3 people who signed up. So if you sign up now, you got a 1 in 4 chance of winning a baseball card, Nick Madrigal rookie card. He's not playing the game today, but he is battling for kind of that Jose Iglesias spot. And so I want to give that out. And as we keep growing this channel, we're going to give away more and better cards. And so I'm super excited about it. And so, yeah, make sure you sign up, because right now, if you sign up, you'll have a 1 in 4 chance. Those who have signed up, you got a 1 in 3 chance at the moment. We're going to do that drawing really, really soon. And then we're going to go, we'll do our next goal once we hit probably the 150 subscriber mark. We'll start pushing for that next drawing. So that drawing is going to happen soon, because we crossed 100 subscribers today. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Mets are up. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Savage. Savage is updating scores on MLB games as well as his Madden. You lost 6-0. Come on. Where's the offense there, Savage? All right, we are back out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Omar De Los Santos is up for the Mets. First pitch is a ball on the outside. A little low and outside. Swings the second one, pops it up. Just in foul territory, going to be fielded by the first baseman, whoever that is for the Astros at this point. Nobody really knows. Aaron Brown's got kind of that 70s mustache vibe going on here, pitching for the Astros. All right, this is Gilberto Celestino for the Mets. He's up swinging that first pitch. He grounds it up the middle, and that's going to be an out at first. So that was very quick at bat. Got in the game. Sees one pitch, swings at one pitch, and then he is out. We're back up to Yanni Hernandez. He's actually had a pretty good game coming in. Made a good play on defense. Got on base earlier as a speedster. Ball 1, low and in the dirt. Ooh, just outside. I thought that was going to be a strike. 2 balls, no strikes to Yanni Hernandez. Spent last year in AAA. He's really like he's kind of one of those guys. He's really close. He could be that kind of speedster. You know, those guys that you can bring in as a pinch runner, but those guys still need to have a little bit better of a bat. And so, like, he hit like 240. He needs to probably get up to like that 260 range. Ball in the dirt. It's going to be 3-1 count here. Sorry, I think I missed a pitch in there. They're definitely keeping this game moving at this point in time. You know, like everyone's trying to get experience, but you don't want to waste too much time. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nice pitch. 3 balls, 2 strike. Got a full count to Yanni Hernandez. Top of the Mets lineup did a lot of damage today. It was beautiful. All 4 RBIs came from the first 4 guys in the lineup. Juan Soto went bomb Soto in the first inning. You're going to have to go back and watch that reaction. I'm going to need to cut that into a short for sure. And ball 4. So Yanni Hernandez with 2 walks for the day. So it'd be really fun to see a guy like that be able to eventually make it up. And there's a kid who's been like drinking like a freezy. His Mets jersey is just absolutely covered. Lots of Grimace jerseys out there. I wonder if they did like a Grimace jersey giveaway. Maybe that's what all that purple was I saw earlier. Ooh. Alex Ramirez has a nice base hit. First to third for Yanni Hernandez. That was really nice. I like this. I'm cheering. What I'm seeing out of Alex Ramirez, I might try to nab a couple of his nicer cards, buy low, see if he can make a journey. I feel like he's the type of trade ship that maybe you could see if he can put together a nice little minor league season this year. Maybe you see him traded at the deadline. Kept his head down, went the other way with it. That was a really good hit. All right. William Lugo is up for the Mets. Of course, these are all minor leaguers for the Mets at this point in time. You got the Cowboys to the NFC Championship game. I guess you didn't get them there, but all right, that one's low. 1-1 is the count here. Hey, everybody, welcome to MetropoliFins. We're YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. Following along here, it is the bottom of the 6th. Mets have runners on first and third. Alex Ramirez had just a nice hit to right field. All right, that is low. It's 2-1 is the count here on William Lugo. Mets are up 4-1 on a Juan Soto bomb, as well as they had scored 1 in the first on that, scored 3 in the second. Ooh, foul ball. Pulled it foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes on William Lugo. Thank you for the score update, Savage Batman. That is just like ooh, nice pitch. Struck him out, swinging. That is the end of the inning. That was really good. So if you're like an Alex Ramirez fan, that looked like a really good at bat. If you're liking this Yanni Hernandez, maybe trying to become a speedster that can come up with the Mets sometime in the season. He's had a couple of good plate appearances, good walk going first to third. He's a speedster. So that is the end of the 6th inning. Mets are up 4-1. There's probably going to be more subs. We will do our absolute best to keep you on top of all the defensive replacements, the pitching replacements. It gets so crazy following all this as we go along here in the game as it gets later and later. All right, so Gilberto Celestino, he's going to stay in the game as the left fielder. I'll copy and paste these. He just came in as a pinch hitter, but he's going to stay in the game. See if there's more. MLB Game Day is out on it today. They're doing a pretty good job staying on these subs. So see if there's any. So Hagenman last inning, he only had 14 pitches. As of right now, it looks like he might stay in the game. So, like, you want, like, quick inning. You know, you want these guys to pitch an inning. But if you only have 14 pitches, you kind of want to you're just trying to stretch them out a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Mets did a pitching. Would not be surprised if the Mets did a pitching change mid-inning here as well. No other subs coming through yet, but if they do come up, we'll pop them through. Mets are up 4-1. It is the top of the seventh. All the starters are out of the game. Now we're down to like minor leaguers and stuff battling for position. But we got to watch the first at bat for Juan Soto in a New York Mets uniform. And that was a home run for him. So please hit that like, hit that subscribe as you're coming in. While we're on commercial break, you can click through to that link, sign up for the baseball card giveaway that we are doing. All right, wow. First pitch swing and Ben Gamble grounds out. That was really quick. They just came back from the broadcast. So Hageman is I think he's transitioning from bullpen to starting pitcher in the minors, and so they're going to try to stretch him out a little bit more here. He went 1-2-3 last inning, got a call strike. This is Salazar, the catcher for Astros. I'm not going to look up every one of these guys for the Astros. We're Mets fans here. I'm not going to dig too deep for that. Pop fly. Looked like it's going to be shallow center field. De Los Santos camps under it. He's out. That's 2 outs already. That's very efficient. Very, very efficient. The Mets play the Marlins tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'm not sure. I might be able to cover that game while I'm doing some work, while I'm doing some food delivery. So let me know if you guys would be interested. It would be me just kind of going. I wouldn't have video. I'd have audio of the game. But let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in. I can do like a ride along while I'm doing some delivery and try to keep you updated on the Mets game. There would be some pauses. It wouldn't be as continuous as this stream is today. We want to get to that, but maybe we'll do our best to do that. Let me know if you guys are interested in that or not. Or otherwise, we can just save it for the times that I am able to actually sit at a computer and stream like we're doing today. So one is more like casual and choppy, and I'm in and out. This one is more just like a standard thing. So let me know what you guys like. Savage, thank you for posting some hockey scores as well for those that are interested. So we got a 2-ball and 2-strike count. Hagenman is, however you say, Hagenman. He's doing really well. It's 2-2 count on Salazar here. He's up to 22 pitches. Ripped foul, so it's a foul ball. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. So appreciate everybody hanging out. We're having fun streaming the Mets. It is full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Salazar. Well, that's a good pitch. He pulls it. Oh, he pulled it down the line. It's going to be extra bases. Extra bases for Salazar down the line. It's the catcher for the Astros. Get it in. It's a double. There are 2 outs here in the inning. Hagenman, whatever his name is. So it is the top of the 7th, just a reset for all of you guys. Mets are up 4-1 on a Juan Soto home run in the first inning and a good second inning. So Mets starters did really well while they were in there. Of course, you're not going to have them play that long, especially on a cooler day like today. It's not super warm. Mets do have a 4-1 lead. They are all pretty much all minor leaguers in for the Mets, but we're going to have some fun. If you got any baseball questions or anything what are you thinking about the Mets, hop on in. Let me know. Say hi. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. The more likes, the more subscribes we get. The more viewers we get, the more we can do this. It kind of just builds on itself so much. So the more we can do it, the better. Appreciate you all so much. Thank you for hanging out with us on a Saturday afternoon. So 1-0 count here. Sacco Jr. Up 2-0. Sacco Jr. is up for the Astros. Again, these are all the minor leaguers. And remember, the Astros went with a split squad from the beginning. So we didn't see any of their main guys today. Thought the most famous name we saw was Ben Gamel, a little chopper. Mascaro, hey, charges in, makes a good play. That's a tough play. He made it. All right, so that will end the top of the sixth. The Mets are coming up. Seventh inning stretch time. So we're going to do that. We're going to do our seventh inning stretch. Oh, and yawn. I need it. Appreciate all of you being here. We are MetropoliFins, YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go, got my old coffee drink. I'm going to be right back with you guys. We're on commercial break. You're not missing anything. All right, we are back at it. Thank you for being patient. Just had to take care of a couple of things here. We're going to get you all caught up. Get you all caught up. I got to remember some things here. Lost my stream really quick. All right, we're going to do a full reset for you. All right, sorry, we missed one. We missed one batter here. We're going to get this caught up here. All right, Kevin Parada was called out on strikes there. All right, sorry, that inning went really, really quick. That one really quick. All right, so the Mets are out 1, 2, 3 in that inning. I was like, I feel like I wasn't gone that long. You know, when you're watching a game, when you're watching a game, commercials feel like a really long time, but when you go take a break when you're streaming a game, it's amazing how quick it goes. All right. Well, here's the full reset for those of you who missed it. We're at the end of the 7th inning. The Mets are up 4-1. That inning, just so you know, Nick LaRusso grounded out to first, Diego Mosquero grounded out to second, and Kevin Parada was called out on strikes. He challenged strike 3, and it was upheld. So the Mets are also out of challenges for balls and strikes. But it was really fun to watch. Pete Alonso used it early in the game, and it went from being a strikeout, and then it got overturned as a ball, and then he ended up working a walk. So it worked out really well, and then he ended up scoring, I believe. So currently the Mets are up 4-1. Clay Holmes pitched 3 perfect innings for the New York Mets. And that's like the most important thing to know is like 3 perfect innings worked out really well. And Juan Soto hit a home run in the first inning, and then the Mets scored 3 in the second inning, and then they pulled all their starters, and that's where it is. But the pitching looked really sharp by Clay Holmes, and Juan Soto looked dialed in, basically. So if this was game 1 of the season, you'd be very happy with it. All right, they're interviewing Carlos Mendoza on SNY. Appreciate all of you hanging out with us. We are MetropoliFins. We're YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel. So please hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're going to stream all the way through the end of the game, and then about 5 minutes after, we will we'll do some sort of follow-up. I'll do a separate stream for a post-game recap. What do I know about the 2024 Chicago White Sox, Savage? The one thing I know is they were horrible. They were horrible, and not just like bad, like quit, like didn't try bad. It was really not. It was not good. All right, let's see who's pitching for the Mets here. Carlos Mendoza is talking about Clay Holmes, saying his changeup was really, really good today as well. So, yeah, no, I agree. Clay Holmes' performance was absolutely amazing. All right. Garcia is pitching for the Mets. I actually can't even find him. Like, MLB.com is not even updating anymore. So it's another one of our minor leaguers. And so Mets are up. All right, so we're top of the 8th, by the way, just so you know. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Garcia is pitching for the Mets here. MLB is catching up. We'll find out who. Rico Garcia. What a great name. I love that. That's such a great name. Rico Garcia. Let's look up Rico Garcia. I love learning about these guys. Looks like he didn't even pitch last year. He was drafted by the Rockies in 2016. Yeah, he did not pitch at all last year. And strike 3, swinging, caught foul tip. So he's been with Colorado, San Francisco, Baltimore, Oakland, Washington. He's kind of bounced around, never really hit anything. Didn't pitch at all last year in the majors, but that was a good first batter that he did. So that's a ball low and outside. Top of the 8th, 4-1 Mets, 1 out. Ochoa is batting for the Astros. It's outside. He waved at it, but they said he didn't swing, so it's going to be 2-0. So the Mets are up 4-1. Juan Soto hit a bomb today. The top of the Mets lineup, 1 through 4, by the way, in case you missed it. It was Lindor was leadoff, followed by Soto, followed by Pete Alonso, followed by Francisco Alvarez. Very, very nice. There was no Nimmo in this game. Jeff McNeil did play. He made some good contact. That's a kind of a liner down the right field line. It's going to be a single for Ochoa and the Astros here. But very good performance. Very good performance by the Mets starters. Now we're down to all like minor leaguers, and these aren't even minor leaguers battling for the roster. These are like single A, double A guys for the most part. But I got a ball low and outside. The Mets are up 4-1. Astros do have a runner on first base. It's the top of the 8th inning. Rico Garcia is currently pitching for the Mets. He didn't pitch at all last year. I don't know if that was an injury-related thing, but didn't pitch at all. He last pitched for the Washington Nationals. He's only been in 30 major league games in his entire career, so it's about all I have to tell you about him. You're probably never going to see him pitch in a major league game for the Mets, but I guess you also never know. Strike on the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Palma is hitting for the Astros right now. This is all minor leaguers versus minor leaguers, but going to play for their major league rosters in spring training. I would think this would be such a thrill for a lot of these guys. Of course, they want to make it to the majors, but ball in the dirt, blocked. I don't think the runner advanced on that one, so appreciate you guys being with us. Going to be covering Mets all season long. The more likes, the more subscribes we get, the more we can go live and the more we can keep pushing forward with growing this channel. Got a fly ball. It's going to drop in. Nice catch. He was looking to double him off to first. That was Alex Ramirez. Alex Ramirez has played really well today, guys. So if you've been following the career of Alex Ramirez, he was very highly touted, and then he's kind of fallen off. But I would say it looks like he's still got some life, some juice left in him. Maybe it'd be fun to see him make some advances this year in the minors. He's not major league ready yet, but he's holding his own out there today, playing really well. Oh, a nice frame job on that. Very nice frame job. No balls, 1 strike. There's 2 outs in the top of the 8th. This game is nearing its conclusion already. It feels like we just started, and now we are already almost to the end. Throw over to first base. Runner gets back. So feel free to say hi. Let me know what's going on. What are you doing today? Are you watching the game along with me? Or are you out on the road? I know there's been lots of times I've had to listen to games while I'm out on the road. That's a swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Cerny is hitting here for the Astros. But yeah, what are you doing today? Love to kind of get to know you, hang out with you. We are MetropoliFins. My name is Craig. We're YouTube's smallest New York Mets and Miami Dolphins channel, coming with you with some live Mets actions. If I could show you the game, I would, but I'm not allowed to do that. So I'll do my second best thing, tell you all about it. That ball is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rico Garcia is pitching for the Mets right now. Cerny is hitting for the Astros. Oh, that's a nice pitch. Nice curveball. And that's called strike 3. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. This should be, barring a catastrophe in the top of the 9th, this should be the Mets' last ups for the game. We'll see if there's any other subs. Never know what's going to happen, of course, but Mets are up 4-1 going to the bottom of the 8th. Hayden Sanger. He's currently catching. He's our catcher for right now. He's going to be due up first this inning. It's going to be Sanger. It's going to be De Los Santos and Celestino, unless we make some subs, which is entirely possible. We'll see if there's anybody else the Mets are trying to get at bats to this game. So we are hanging out. By the way, I'll give you one last reminder. This will be the last time. We're giving away a Nick Madrigal rookie card. Nick Madrigal is signed by the Mets this offseason. They're going to be he's going to be trying to make the team as like a utility infielder. We're giving away his rookie card. That is the pinned comment. We're going to be doing that drawing in the next day or so. So we want to make sure that you get registered for that. And so make sure you click on that link. That's the pinned comment. We'll do that drawing, and you'll be entered to all future drawings that we do as well. Let's see. Stan, what you got? Before this opener, I was sure of two things. The Mets would not start off 0-5, and two, the Mets would not be 22-33 after 55 games. Absolutely. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, I think you could replay last season 100 times, and they never have that start. It was just a bunch of things that all came together to just be what it was. And so oh man, I want to get to a live spring training game so bad now. We're going to try. We're going to try to get to New York Mets. They're coming over to my side of Florida here to play the Red Sox, I believe. I got to look at the date. I'm going to work my absolute hardest. The best thing that you can do to help me do that, just keep hitting that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share. Watch whatever you are free to watch on the channel, and I appreciate all you guys hanging out. And we're already at 100 subs, and so the sooner we can do that, the better. And I appreciate you guys. It'd be really fun to do like a live broadcast from the stadium. Wyman is pitching for Houston. Sanger is the one who is batting, as we expected. Sanger hits the ball right up the middle for a single, so the Mets get the leadoff batter on. It is the bottom of the 8th. Mets are up 4-1. So thank you guys for hanging out. I know it's just a spring training game, but it's awesome hanging out with you guys. No, I feel very confident in this team. De Los Santos is up, a fly ball. I think that's going to be out of play. It is. It technically wasn't out of play, but he could not get there in time. So that's De Los Santos is up for the Mets. What's his full name? We're going to try to get Omar De Los Santos. So ooh, nice pitch. Swing and a miss on the inside. Maybe it was ball, but doing that. No balls and 2 strikes. Mets do have a runner on first here. They're up 4-1. Of course, scores and stuff don't matter at this point in the game, but it's still fun. Fun to watch. Ooh, blew that one by him. De Los Santos was pretty overmatched in that at-bat. Strikeout. Celestino is up. Celestino's had a really good game. Let's see if he can continue. Oh, he rips one. That's going to go. Is that going to go all the way to the wall? It is. Sanger's going to be waved home. There's a play at the plate. He's safe. 5-1 Mets. I told you Celestino was having a good game. You can just see. You watch games, you can just see when batters look like they're locked in and everything. So He just managed to hit in a gap. Oh, did he go? Did he take second on that too? Yeah. He got the double. I think he was going all the way. I think he was going to get to second either way. Yeah, sorry. No, I saw that. I was thinking third, that he took third on the throw, but they credit him. They credit him with a double. Yeah. So, yeah. Good. All right. Sorry, I brain fart. It's getting. So first time I've done that. All right, we got Yanni Hernandez too. He's had a good game. He has 2 walks and has been aggressive on the bases. And he lines it up the middle. There we go. Celestino's going for it. It was trying to cut it off as a bad throw. And the Mets score again. Celestino and Yanni, let's go. Yeah, they were saying like they shifted. It really shouldn't have been a gap hit. It should have just been a single on the previous hit for Celestino. So it's good seeing these guys. Yeah, so got back-to-back RBI singles for the Mets. We're up 6-1 here. 3 hits, 2 runs so far. And we're back to Alex Ramirez. Called strike 1. Let's see if he can get a nice little rip here. Lines it. Oh, line drive caught. Oh, it's going to be a double play. Oh, he got that, but he hit it right to the shortstop. Yeah, I don't know how you could hit the ball to left field and there was not like a left fielder in the picture at all, Stan. Yeah, Alex Ramirez gave it a rip, just lined it right to the shortstop, and then got doubled off at second. 6-1. We're going to the top of the ninth. That is it. We got 1 half inning. I hope the Mets don't hit again. Let's find out who's coming in. That's just one of those. You rip the ball and you just hit it right to someone. Unlucky double play. That was really solid contact from Alex Ramirez. He's also had a good game. So that was a fun little inning for the Mets there. All right. So what you got? Are you happy with how the Mets have performed? All right, we got the pitching change for the Mets. Rico Garcia. Rico is coming out. He's going to be replaced by Trey McLaughlin, maybe? McLaughlin? I don't know. I'll hear how Gary Cohen says it, and I'll just repeat him. Can't go wrong by saying it the way that Gary Cohen says it. It's really fun to listen to Gary, Keith, and Ron back in the booth, I mean. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. After this, give me about 5 minutes and we'll get a quick little post game up. Yep, Clay Holmes. What a great pitching performance. And Juan Soto with the home run. Of course, all the hype will be around Soto, but if you're really digging in, Clay Holmes' performance, that's the performance you should be really excited about. He looks sharp. His pitches were great, on point. I agree. I always see comments. I know the internet's a weird place. Like, they can't stand Gary, Keith, and Ron. What's great about Gary, Keith, and Ron is they're still good even when the game is bad. The problem with so many announcers is they're so homer. There's like such homers that as soon as the game goes the wrong way, they just don't even know what to talk about. Gary, Keith, and Ron and the camera crew work together really well to really build a nice storyline into each story. So McLaughlin is pitching here. Yep, Holmes did it all. I agree. I don't think there's any other defensive replacements here. I think we're rolling with who we have, but I'll let you know if anything else shows up here. So foul back for strike 1, swing and a miss for strike 2. Let's look up McLaughlin here. Let's learn a little bit about him. It's a fly ball. Is it going to fall in? Ooh, it is. Ramirez can't get there. He fields it, throws it in. It is going to be a double. Trey McLaughlin, he is a 16th round draft pick of the Mets in 2021. The 472nd pick overall. Let's see who he played with last year. Binghamton and Syracuse at the very end of the season. Pitched really well in Binghamton. 1.89 ERA in 33 innings pitched. Struggled a little bit, but when you move up, that tends to be what tends to happen just a little bit. So getting a shot here. Try to close out this game for the Mets. I agree, Sharon. Yep. He looks like he wants to be a starter. He looks like he's ready to be a starter. Even if you're only going to get Mascara. Oh, I pulled him off. Oh, they called it. I wonder if they're going to challenge that. I don't know how he kept his foot on the bag. Mascaro did that. Did he actually keep his foot on the bag? I thought he was safe too, Stan. I didn't think he kept his foot on. Let's see. Wow. Maybe. It's going to go in the books as a play. That's still a great play. I think if they had replayed it, he would have been safe, but it's spring training. Oh, I got some kids got the Let's Go Mets cheer going on. I feel like I'm at the game. It feels like they're shouting in my ear. The runner did advance to third on that last play. But yeah, no, I mean, that was great. To even make a play and to make a throw. I mean, the throw beat him. Had the throw been just a hair better, he was on. I mean, it's hard to tell. It was really close if he didn't stay on the bag. It's a ball in the dirt. They're going to. Yeah. I think he did stay on the bag. They're showing the slow-mo replay. Yeah. I thought he was safe in real time. On slow-mo replay, I thought he was safe. On slow-mo instant replay, he was out. The ball was in the back of the glove. That's the rule. The glove doesn't have to be closed. The ball just has to be in the back of the glove. And by that definition, he was definitely out. So there, you don't even have to feel bad about that. Mascaro's made some good defensive plays. It's impressive stuff. It's fun. It's fun to see these guys. Like, I don't have the time to get involved in watching minor league baseball games, but the Mets will be split squad tomorrow. Ooh, he ripped it. Did he get all of it? He got it. Wow, that's the second one. Who else? McNeil had one that I thought was out that got knocked down by the wind. Yeah. I thought that was a homer for sure. That's just like McNeil's ball earlier in the game. Yep. Exactly, Stan. That's how they're supposed to do it, at least. But the replay definition is is the ball in the back of the glove? Strike. So we're at 2 outs. By the way, a run did score on that sac fly. Oh, now he crushed it. But that one's foul. Foul ball. Is it going to be in play? Nope, just out of play. All right, no balls, 2 strikes, 6-2. Mets are up. This game is almost over. After the game is done, give me 5 or 10 minutes, and we'll do a quick little post-game stream. Hopefully, this will end it right on this pitch. McLaughlin is pitching. No balls, 2 strikes to Price. In the dirt, doesn't swing at it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6-2 Mets. Really good game by the Mets starters. I don't think there was anything. I don't think there's anything more that you could have wanted out of this game. I know. I made a short about that, Stan, because I was like, that was my only excuse. That's a ball, too. That was my only excuse for saying why I never made a Major League rosters, that the Yankees wouldn't take my beard. But now I even lost that excuse. I got a foul ball. Oh, my goodness. Let's end this at bat. Let's end this game. I appreciate it, Stan. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, I saw the short. Yeah, exactly. So appreciate it so much. Appreciate the support. I know we're just a small little channel here, but I appreciate you guys coming alongside and want to have fun. So just please, yeah, like I know you guys have already liked, subscribe, but keep sharing it. Spread the word. Oh, a nice little pitch. Strike three, swinging. All right, undefeated spring training confirmed, 6-2. Great game. All right, I appreciate it, Sam. We're going to do the work. We're going to put the work in to grow as well. So we're going to end here. Give me like 5 to 10 minutes, and we're going to come back with a post-games little update. It's mostly going to talk not about everything in the game and all the minor leaguers, but we'll be back shortly. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you guys shortly.